So let's see. Where's my reference? So basically this entire thing needs to go. And I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I have a reference, but it's not gonna be that easy to do that. I think I'll just remove the entire thing. Hi everyone. I can see there's 2 people. How are you all? Yeah, these 2 things. Maybe even take these guns, move them away. Why do I have 2 of them? It's been a while since I looked at this the last time. But let's hide everything and see what I even have in here. Okay, so the other ones were not even part of this, they were part of another collection. How's everyone who's here? Yeah. So I need this collection and I think... Yeah, no, I don't even need this one. And let me take my puref file, which by the way looks like this. It's a bunch, like a lot of different concepts in there and artworks that's kind of used as reference. These are my sketches that I started off with. I made a 3D model, which is the one you're looking in Blender right now, and I want to change because this thing on the top doesn't really look like it's part of the other one, like the shape language and everything doesn't really work. This is like way more rounded, and these are like all edges that like are not as rounded. Like here it's pretty round, and yeah. So I explored a little bit what I could do to make the upper part look more like the lower part, and I think in the end this was my favorite one. I just did it in 2D, a little sketch on top of the render. Basically this artwork just cut out and painted on top. So yeah, this is what we want to do today. And yeah, I hope... Hi Lance, how are you? Just working on a little bit of concept art, like the kind that would be used for game development. This is for a specific game, but I can actually share it. Like even these are all for the same game. Yeah, working on a tank. I'm good, and you? Yeah, I'm doing good as well. Thanks for joining. So yeah, let me go back and try to replicate what... Oh, I see I forgot this little cable thingy. Why is it not joined? Now it should be. Yeah, now it's moving all together. How's your day been, Lance? Yeah, I can hide this, yep. Let's hide this screw as well. And I think I just delete this. And yeah, let's start modeling. Just make a new cube. And open my reference again. Hi Patrick. I'm doing the concept you saw yesterday, trying to replicate it in 3D. And while I'm at it, let's hide all these because they're annoying. If you're streaming later, the offer still stands. Would be fun. Nope. Yep, like this. So this is something I haven't figured out yet. In the concept, like the concept is a concept and it's just a sketch, but in the 3D version of the concept, it actually needs to work. So I'm now trying to basically freestyle and see what would look cool. I think what would be cool is to have the lower part here replicated and just basically copy it one-to-one, but in a little smaller shape without these light part in the front. Oh, basically, Patrick, remember last time when my textures were all pink? But they weren't, like in the viewport, they didn't look pink. Now they are. I have no idea what happened. I will look at it later. Like, I need to remodel this anyways, some parts, and when I get back to texturing, I will do that. Maybe relink it again, maybe re-import, I don't know. Should not be that hard, I hope. But that's a problem for future Tom. Not mine. I mean, technically it is mine, but not for now. Try out how far you've come. If you have questions later on, yeah, sure, would be fun. Like when you join later on, I guess we can take a look together. Maybe relink, yeah, I know, but you know, last time they looked pink and they weren't missing. Now they are pink and they are actually missing. I will solve this differently. I will just move on one axis. And before I do that, I want a loop cut around, looking at the concept on the side to see. This would be maybe here-ish. And then if I take this lip, move it in a little bit, and take the upper one. I hope the music is not too loud, because for me it's really loud, but I think I turned it down on the stream a little bit, so it would be bearable. So let's try to replicate this part here a little bit. It goes in maybe this far. This already looks a lot like... Thanks, music is fine, good to know. This basically already looks like the concept, like without the details. Now I will just... This doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work for concept, so I will make a few... Like bevel a few edges. Maybe even... Like here, these are beveled, but on top they are not. So... N-gon... Let's create an N-gon here, but I can fix that one. Yeah, this is a bit more curved than it looks in the concept, but I think it works for what I have here. And if I create or select this face, I can get rid... Actually no, let me do that later. I will create... Yeah, now that this is an N-gon, the lines here are not connecting, like making a proper loop. Doesn't matter. I will create a hole for the turret. Just looking how this should basically be fine. And maybe if I make this kind of shape, this should... Oh, Patrick must be cringing at my topology, but for concept art, the topology, while it does matter for shading, it does not matter for for some, like, it doesn't have to be nice. So here it's center. No, fuck. Merge them as center. Patrick, is this basically fine what I'm doing? Like, this gets rid of N-guns. I don't know if this is like something that you guys, or like that would be fine. Just replying to a Discord chatter. I'm not judging, don't worry. Since you know how my first 3D models looked for AAA, then I got the feedback. Yeah, I know. But now that you're basically a pro, I do value your feedback and things like that. You've been a great help with this already. I might actually, like this, nobody will see this. But I like... Hey Shahir, how are you? Glad you could join. I know you said you won't be active in chat, but honestly, it's cool. I just don't want to be lonely. Yeah, I think this looks super ugly. So Patrick, would be interesting to know if this is like you know, if I turn off the wireframe, you can't even see it, and it looks pretty cool. All like nice shading wise because it's basically super flat. But I have a feeling the stuff that I'm doing looks not as good as it maybe should. Like, this might work for me now, but it might be something that if I get used to this kind of workflow and I actually need to make a proper model, it's maybe something that will bite me in the ass. Yeah, it's not correct. Yeah, see, this is what I meant, but it gets the job done for concept. Let's see, how much do I want to bevel this now? I think I'll remove this. I'm now looking at the concept, and this was not intentional, but it stands out a little bit further in the sketch, and I kind of like that idea. And if I now bevel it, I'm worried it will be too curved again, because the issue with the original one was that it was too curved. Later on I can show you a simple trick how you can check if the topology has a good flow with the subdivision modifier. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about that. Would be interesting to know. I mean, for my purposes it really doesn't matter, but overall I do kind of want to have a decent topology, let's call it that. Like as I said, for my purposes, game ready is not a goal. I know you can kind of check for like flows, like if I do this, like if I add a loop cut, here it makes a nice loop, but here it doesn't because there's an n-gun up here. Here I fixed it, so this kind of stuff, like here it's broken because of this phase, and yeah. I try to get rid of all the n-guns, but as I said, it's not a priority for concept. Priority is to have nice shading. Good and busy with uni stuff. Okay, Shahir, no worries. Is it maths or like what exactly? I don't really want to ask any questions if you're like busy, and like I really don't want to interrupt you while you're doing the uni stuff, but I'm just curious. I will make a bevel similar to this angle here. I want to do up here, and now I'll take all these faces like this, and like I will slightly bevel it so it's just a little bit rounded. No. Now I'm really showing how much I know Blender. Yeah, and now see, it has nice shading and that's all I care for. Now I have to cut in a hole for the gun, for the turret, because this entire side, this will basically all be deleted. So how far do I want to go? I could actually not delete anything and just have it in here. All good, I managed to learn it so you can achieve that. So yeah, you know, for me, I know I could learn it because I know the theory. I just don't always know what the best way would be to approach these things. So I tend to have like a sub-ideal version to kind of achieve what's correct in theory, but it's probably not like when it really, if this was AAA game art, like assets that will be used, then yeah, no chance I can. Why am I deleting this? These should be placed on top, so I will leave them here for now. I'll just focus on this. Yeah. Now there's no endguns here anymore. Yeah, no, there are some. But this should fix it. Have the corners connected like this. And I'm worried the lower portion probably looks bad too. This face is gonna be deleted anyways, so let's do that anyways. Here. Yeah, all good, I guess. Oh, this is, I guess, another face that can be deleted. Then close it up, and I'm pretty much fuck. Why am I'm doing it? I forgot this entire side up here, but let me quickly. I know this is not the ideal way, but I don't really care for now. No, this is not what I wanted to select. This side and this side. And now I can like make them closer, but I probably want them wider and then open up. Or do I want to open it up more? I don't think it's needed because I can just inset the mesh on top and it look like it's inside of it. What I do need to do is close up this part. And now close it here, this and that, and now I should have. Man, this is so much easier when you're not streaming it, because I'm completely doing shit that doesn't make sense. Like, why did I close it down here? I just needed to close it like this. But all good, should be fine, since this is personal stuff anyways. nobody will ever see the topology and what I'm doing. If I actually had to send this model off to be used, then I would probably rework it. Like remesh the entire thing. Will this look good? No. Because it was angled, yeah, I should not move it like that. Can you just, yeah. So I will not do that. I will probably just bevel this a bit so it looks better. And I don't have to hand paint anything. I removed 4 vertices, that's what I thought. Why is there a double face? You think the normals are wrong? Should I recalculate or what? Recalculate outside. Does topology matter for concept art since it's just for a render and you're gonna paint the white? Yeah, that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter a lot. It doesn't matter. Why the fuck is this happening? Like, oh, what happened here? You know what? Yeah, but Shahir, it doesn't really matter. As you said, you're overpainting it anyways. And I gotta say, I'm using a kit. Like if I open another viewport and go to asset browser, I have all these assets here, and these are all from kits that I found online. So I've been building this like through other people's work, which was available for free, or like some of it is paid, and modifying it to some extent, or completely doing it on my own, like I am with that part. And some of these assets that were in the kit, like my topology looks a lot better, and those are like kits that are commonly used, I guess, for concept art. And it doesn't really matter, that's the point. So do I want this beveled maybe a little bit, just to get some nice shading? Yeah, that's another thing. Like, the only thing I'm looking out for is the shading. So as long as my model doesn't have any weird shading issues, which like I don't have right now, but yeah, I do have it actually. You can barely see it, but here's like a weird line. And yeah, if it's like very visible, I will try to fix it, but other than that, I don't care about the topology, for concept at least. If I'm doing something that's actually gonna end up in a game, which I have done before, then I do look out for it. Especially for like rigged characters, animation topology does matter, because you will get some weird glitches and stuff, like some faces popping out or whatever. But yeah, for concept, no, it doesn't really matter. Normals usually have that error sometimes. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't normals, I guess. But doesn't matter, I fixed it another way. And now I have another angle here. Let me... the way I would fix this... like, it'd be really easy to just do that, I guess. But I think this will now bring some other issues with shading, because this line is very straight, and I'm afraid it will look bad. No? Patrick, is there a mat cap or something where these things are like way more visible? Like this one? Yeah, I can see something here. Oh, I have a weird thing. Like here you cannot see it. Oh, you can actually. If I turn it, you can see. In substance, this looks like a straight up hole. Yeah, there is like a weird glitch. Is this Eye of the Tiger playing in the background? I turned on some cinematic playlist. What the hell happened here? This corner is very ugly. But you know, it's pretty much invisible. Invisible, I guess, yeah. Okay, here you can also see it. I don't know how this line, like this must have been like these creases, and like I think these are all made by a modifier. The shade smooth, I guess, or whatever. And when you apply it, it adds all these creases everywhere. I guess I have the main shape ready now, so I will move this bad boy down. I don't like how it's like super flat and cut off at the bottom. So I might... fuck. This looks... Yeah, I don't want that either. That's maybe where some of these parts will come in. Or I just don't care, because like all my renders are not gonna be visible from such an angle. They'll all be like this, so you won't really see it. Like if you... I'm probably gonna use these angles again. And I guess in here you could see it. But I want to make new renders anyways. Oh, why is it so small? Also, Patrick, thank you for showing me your Pure setup, because you can actually... What you showed me had fixed the issue. But yeah. I will probably recreate these scenes in Unreal. But I don't know. That's the plan for now. Maybe at the end of the week I change my mind, because last week the plan was also to have these in an environment, and in the end I didn't have enough time, so I just put them in the black environment, which also looks nice, to be honest. Like, I'm happy with these, but my goal was something like this. Like, this is a super simple environment. All I really need is like a concrete plane with some wetness, which is not that hard to do with Blender shading nodes, and the background can be photo. Like, honestly, it wouldn't be that much work. I also really dig this idea. This is also like a cyberpunk asset. And this is like kind of what I did with mine, but like without the environment. It is also cool. Brandon, Patrick, if you care, gave me this idea where, just to show how big the tank is, like have a lower shot and you have like tanks everywhere, like lined up, ready to fight the kaiju thingy. And then you have like my tank like in the back on its own, just to showcase what a beast this thing actually is. And I think it's an amazing idea, but I have not gotten that far yet. Like, this is maybe something I do on my own time in the end. I don't know what you think about that idea, but I actually do kind of like it. No, remove my reference. Here it is. I think this shape, I really liked my shape before, but this works a lot better. I agree with his feedback there. That, let me see, because I do actually want to use this gun again on this version of the tank. I will have to slightly modify it. Is this another Rocky? What is this cinematic playlist? There's like just Rocky and Creed, I guess, and it's not that I like it. I'm just confused. I thought like cinematic would have more like Avengers kind of music and like war movie stuff. Yeah, this kind of works better. I might even lift it up higher. And the hole is too big. But in my concept it's actually quite high up, like this. And then it has like this entire casing around it. So like here. And maybe it stops over here. And then I'm not sure if I want another entrance, but like there is already one at the bottom. These two antennas get moved up here. Yeah, I don't know. But what I do know is that I need another cube. Blender default cube. So I'm gonna move it up. I'm gonna am I gonna remove it? I'm going to do something else. I will. Do I want a whole? This is the problem I always have. Like in 2D, it's always nice to sketch it out, but then when I have to do it in 3D, I'm actually not sure what the shape should be like. It's easier to make it look good in 2D than 3D. Is this another Rocky? Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm just nice to see how you explore Blender. I mean, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. No, this is not what I want. No. Wasn't there this? Actually, no, I don't need it. I just want to. I will roughly, very roughly, block it in. And maybe tilt it, because in the concept this is not present, but I think if I do it straight, oh. I don't mind this either. But I think like this would be like having this contra thing, like contradict this, like not all in one line. Although then it looks like it's like moving forward and like this kind of looks more aggressive, I think. But this is more similar to the concept. Actually, no, the concept. I think the concept starts off straight and then does this. This is what the concept looks like. The 2D sketch. Would it be helpful for chat if I do it, if I put the picture on screen? Like maybe in this lower corner, because I don't really use it anyways. easily. Let me. Put my Purif. You can have Purif. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So you can see what I'm looking at on the other screen. I could make it a little bit bigger in Purif. Yeah. Now you see what I'm seeing. I think I will do the other thing, like tilt it, have the bevel very small. I also think that this entire face could be moved forward. Then I can like insert it and move it out. But then the gun, yeah, the gun, I will modify the gun. And I need to modify this entire shape as well. This is, I really like modeling concepts out, but I also really hate it for exactly this reason. Because it's so much more fun to do it in 2D and not worry about what it would be solved, how you would solve it. I mean, it's always good to have a concept that works in 3D. But I also don't mind keep leaving it like that. This is like great practice. Now I need this shape. I'm gonna move it back so it's more similar to what it's like in the concept. Down here you can see it. Yeah, I was worried this is gonna be the case. I will do it differently. I should stop beveling everything before I block out the main shape. It always causes issues for me, but that's like one thing I really want to start beveling and making it pretty, and then I notice, yeah, a little bit too soon. What's up, Jeebus? How are you, man? Doing pretty good. Hope you too. I saw the thing you mentioned, and like I'm not too sure if it's like worth changing. Like I understand that like these tires, the tracks. Let me just take the draw tool. I like using that. Like mine go like this, but in reality they would go like this. And you're exactly right. I haven't seen that. I guess because the angle is also not that big, that's why I didn't notice. But as I said, like I have all these assets here, and if I turn these around, they would be like all these nuts and bolts would be on the other side, and that would like changing it on all of these things now that I have all these modifiers and everything removed. It's kind of annoying. So I think if I change it, I will do it in 2D. If I do it. Like then at least in the concept it's correct, but in the 3D model it will be. And I actually... I don't know why they've done it. Like here it looks correct. Like if they turn this way. Or? No, they don't. See, I've been thinking wrong, but it's annoying to do. If I did this earlier, like before I went, like I started with all this part, I could have done that and it would be a bit less annoying, but now that I've gone so far, I just think it would be much quicker and more efficient for me to do this in the final rendering stage. And I'm not even sure, like for most of these they're kind of zoomed out and they look pretty straight, so you can't really tell. Although here it looks kind of, oh no, it's not correct, no, it's just the backside, that's why. Like if this was the front it would look correct. Again, then I guess like this thing can turn around, so then they would be correct. That's a stupid thing to like. I'm not gonna worry about it right now, but you are correct, and thank you so much for pointing it out because I totally didn't see it. Like I thought, I actually checked for it and it looked correct. I'm gonna have now, should be back in 30 minutes or so. I'll let you know when. Yeah, sure, man. Thank you for hanging out. And as I said, the offer still stands if you just wanna chit chat while we're both working on our own things. Feel free to just call on Discord. I think I missed a message from Shahir here. That's why I quit track making. Too many sweats. Have you been making tracks? Or do you mean like in 3D, or how have you been making them? I don't think I've ever heard you talk about that. Yeah, looks good enough. Move the gun more inside. I also, while I'm at it, yo, what? Actually, not a bad thing, but not what I wanted to have here. I've been thinking for the longest time that this should be bigger. If we turn on the human, I keep forgetting where I put him. Oh, he's just in the collection called collection. Like this thing needs to be big. So is that a claw for grabbing or a laser? I was thinking claw for like cleaning up debris. But I could totally also add a laser. And I forgot that I need to... Do I need this gun? I don't think I need, but maybe I'll add the second one because it kind of looked nice. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I understand now. A little bit of bevel. Yeah, see, Shahir, if you're looking, these kind of things are the kind of things you don't want in concept art. But it's not that big of a deal to fix. Fuck. Yeah, I'm now removing my bevel by doing that. I could paint the bevel on, actually, or I could... It wasn't an endgun, but it was a... Let me show you. Or it is an endgun, actually. Yeah, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polygons. But like, all these shading issues, even if I go to shade smooth, you will see something is wrong here. And even now you can see this. If I go to auto smooth, you don't see this, but you do see this. And even with a material on, sometimes these things will still be visible, and I don't want them to be visible. But I actually think, like, if I go to auto smooth, I can keep it like this. Like, these edges will have edge wear, like in my reference. If I can show you that big boy. Where is it here? Like you can see all these edges have like rust and like stuff on it, so it won't even look like here. The hard edges all look pretty nice. So I can see, like, worst thing, this will be something I can easily do in 2D. Shouldn't really worry about that too much. Like in the whole, I really don't need to look like into all the details. I can see CK is spamming something, or writing something in Discord, but I cannot check it now. So if you keep hearing notification sounds from Discord, I'm sorry. Blame CK. Unless he's here, then don't blame CK. I have these antennas like in a corner. I'm now gonna move this gun over, and I'm not sure if I want to have this part in the back still, or if I just make another little version of the one I already have. Although this kind of fits the shape language of these, so... And shape language is the only reason I'm changing the top part. I don't think both of you were here, or either one, maybe none of you were here. But the only reason I'm changing this entire top part is... let me go back to PureRef. This part, like only this part up here is like super rounded. And all these kind of all fit together, but this doesn't. The reason being is that these are kind of all from the same set. This is modeled by hand. This as well, but then like, I guess I stick too much with this concept, but even in this concept, these parts are a bit more rounded than in here. So in the end, what I had in this sketch didn't really work out, so I had to, I will now completely change this part up. And this is the exploration I've done. I've tried a few different versions, and this is my favorite. Like Patrick is another person like I just hit up sometimes and ask what he thinks, and he also agreed with me that this is the best one, so this is why I went with this solution. Now that this looks like this, I don't like this shape, but easy fix. I will probably do something else now, but like do this. If I do something, let me show it. If I just go in here and scale by this axis, these sides will be super thin, and up here it will be super thick, although in here they're all the same. So what I do instead is I go into, not wireframe mode, but in this ghost, how is it called actually, X-ray mode, okay. Right. And then I just select 1/2 and move the entire thing. It's a lot easier than, actually now we can also move all these up because it will be much smaller. But it allows me to keep the thickness of the walls without changing the entire thing. And since I'm at it, why is this again visible? And since I'm at it, I will also... Does any one of you have any other game dev art related questions? Anything you've ever been wondering about concept art, maybe even splash art? Patrick and I have been talking, and he wanted to stream today as well. So I offered him, we can just chill. Like I'm streaming, doing my work, he's streaming, doing his work. So we might hop on the call, and like he's like I mean, as you guys know, I've been doing this course for the past 7 months now. Damn, it's almost over. But I've been like super focused on concept art, and he's been doing the same for illustration. So while I can answer all the illustration questions, I have a lot of experience with illustration as well. He's like the guy that's been like hyper focused on illustration stuff, so he learned a bunch of new stuff. So in regards of that, I'd actually suggest you can like hit him up. Also for like illustration feedback, like if I do some painting, which I cannot do often, like acrylic or like watercolor or whatever. Now that Patrick has spent so much time studying all these artists and like illustrations and doing it himself, I do hit him up quite often. Oops. Mouse slipped to the other screen. What do you guys think of this shape? It's not there in the concept. I think having a second turret works, but I'm not sure if I'm happy with the way it is. Oh, Jeebus, you followed. Thank you. I missed that. I'm not wearing any headphones, so I don't hear the notification sounds. I can slightly hear the music, but yeah. I'm not too happy with this shape. I have to be honest with myself. Maybe once it's textured, but right now the textures are broken. Kinda looks nice though. Looks like Frieza if he was a tank. But maybe with textures this might look completely different. So I'm not sure what to do. I kinda like the idea of just having this yellow, and maybe this part is like welded to this, or like the same color. Yeah, I will probably need to switch over to my Purif again. But you can see that there's like this camo on here, camouflage, and I think you can see it even better on here. Yeah. So if the turret, the second one, had this and the other one was like yellowish, this is also camo, but yellow, it might like look better. It might not stand out as much, but I want to see like if I move it further into it, maybe that is the solution. And I can go into this ghost or X-ray mode, that's the real name. Select all these and make, oh no, not this one. And make them like longer. And maybe even disappear into the tank. Not a fan, to be honest. Not a fan. This is why I like concept art. Exploring solutions. Let me check my Purif. I have a bunch of tanks which are kind of similar. This one sold it like this, which I actually could see, like having a hinge on either side and this being able to rotate up and down could be a good option. This is the same thing. This is the 2D concept. This is how they did it in 3D, so it's slightly different, but nice for me to have side by side to see. Like here it looks a bit different than here. Like here it's protruding out and here it's kind of different. Here they didn't have like, this is a very different style. Here it's just a plate and they kind of come out on the side, which doesn't work with what I have. Here don't really have such a thing. This is meant by an ex-coworker and friend of mine. Victor Bravo if you want to check him out. Yeah, there's not really many with... Oh. Yeah, like a separate arm, but that would be too much for what I want to have. Like this tank is like the base. The base tank. And then I want this gun. I will have to make it much bigger. Like this is like the version 1.0, and they kind of realize, like narrative wise, that this is not enough. So this entire thing on top will then slightly change again to accommodate this gun. And then I want to have a third one, which this entire upper thing will be like completely torn apart. The gun will be like massive, and maybe go to the back side and have like, I don't know, some Tesla coils or whatever, and it would be like this epic atomic weapon that can take down kaijus, because that's the kind of scenario where these tanks will be used against. And I mean, they are big compared to a human, but they are kind of weak to something at this scale. So I kind of like this gun. I mean, you can see it. This works for smaller kaijus. I checked out, like 30 to 40 meters is like a regular kaiju, but in Hollywood they made them like 100 plus meters tall. So this is like a regular ass gun, which maybe this is just a modern tank not built for kaijus. Then they advanced and make something a bit bigger, a bit better, a bit stronger. Again, this is much too small, it will have to be bigger. This thing is just to clean up after them. Like there will be like, I don't know, 20, 30 of these tanks cleaning up debris on the streets or whatever. This again needs to be much bigger as well as this. And yeah, then I will have like this big ass DIY last minute thing like the military made, and it will style wise look quite different than the tank, but it will be something where you can tell, okay, yeah, this is something they made like last minute to defend themselves because they're running out of options, and it's like a nuclear weapon or something where you just bring out the big ass guns. Yeah, you need big ass guns to kill those things, yeah. And it is planned for this IP, which I don't know if I will be doing that, maybe later on sometime, or maybe even this month still, to have a mech that is like kind of similar sized like this. Maybe Pacific Rim is a great reference, or I don't know. There's like, or like Gundam sized, or like Transformers, but Transformers are still kind of small, I guess, against something as tall as this. But I don't know, like this tank is like the regular, it's still like an advanced weapon, but then the like ultimate weapon to kill them will be the mech. But I'm not there yet. I just want to explore the general design language of what the military uses. Like this is not even military, this is like special forces, just like made to fight these kaijus. They're like not regular military, they're like specially trained for that. And yeah, I hope it makes sense to you. But I kind of, where was I? This gun looks kind of neat. Cool narrative, yeah, thank you. This is something with the cores, yeah, I like these details. I don't have any of them, like not to this extent on the upper. Maybe this is something we can work on today. This like narrative is something. Why is Nightbot spamming so much stuff? I might need to change how it works. A narrative was, what the fuck, again. Just as I mentioned him, he spams another message. But yeah, narrative again is something I was like super bad at. Like I would be able to make a decent looking concept or whatever, but the narrative part is like where I'm lacking, and it's definitely something that I have worked on. You can, I guess, tell. and it's something which has never had that as much as a priority. And to be honest, in I guess concept art, narrative is important, but it's not like an illustration where the entire piece has to tell the story of the entire place or whatever. But when it comes to like an environment, you should be able to tell like areas where you can walk through and such. So yeah, it's definitely a bigger focus of mine since starting this course. And you can tell, I guess, with this tank that I'm, instead of doing just one version of the tank, I'm doing multiple. So in the portfolio you can really see the thought process. If I just had the final version of the tank, it would probably be enough. But I want to communicate more than just that, I guess, yeah. I'm rambling. But I guess that's what streaming is about, rambling and sharing. Especially for art, I guess sharing your thoughts is never a bad thing. So people understand like why you're doing things you're doing. Personally, I really like art. I mean, you guys know me a bit longer from Discord. I really like art content. Especially the kind of content where they share a bit more about their process and why, especially why they're doing things the way they're doing them, and not just how they're doing them. Because for me, like if you get more experienced, you kind of see an artwork and you can kind of guess how it's done, or you know how you would approach it. But at some point, like the question is like, why? Yeah, you see, that's like the kaiju, the ship especially. And I really try to make that more narrative based, even though like it was not a requirement at all for the course. It had to, like, that concept was actually meant to be like an island that you can visit. No, this is not what I want to do. It was meant to be like an island you could visit on, like, in a game. But to push myself, I did not only showcase that island, I also tried to make it look nice, I guess. Do I like this? It adds the kind of detail that I was mentioning earlier that I'm missing at all. Like this top thing is like super low detail, and these wheels kind of get more detailed. So I think this is... The island always makes me want... I heard that another, like a student from the school, the Baramed, also told me that. She's like super into One Piece, and she's like, yeah, I always want to watch One Piece when I see that, and I'm like that wasn't my goal, but I think that's pretty good feedback to get. I'm just now adding arbitrary... Why is Blender? Oh, now it's responding. I'm adding arbitrary details. To make it look like it could spin this thing around. I will... Oh, you can see my pure, so yeah. I will take this guy's gun. Okay, so he made it round. So this would be like the axle where it goes around. I could make it like a plate at the bottom. Do I have a plate in here? I don't have to model it myself. This is the nice thing about concept art. You can just mash things together. And I guess this would be nice. in the I said I want to get to that point of knowing how it's done. I mean, that's just the experience aspect of being an artist. Like, after a while you've done so many things, you can, like, maybe that's something we can talk more about in the Goku Rivals art stream, which I plan to continue this weekend. Which, by the way, I might change the time for that, maybe a bit earlier, because a lot of people had to leave quite soon because it was getting late. But, like, that's the thing. I saw the Rivals art, analyzed a few parts of it, and I kind of knew, okay, this is what they have done. I could probably achieve that effect by doing this and that. And so far it worked out pretty nicely. I don't know, like, if you agree, but the artwork is definitely not there yet, but it's not that far off from, like, the Rivals promo art. So this is maybe something like, I mean, like, all the artists kinda left early, so CK and Taylor weren't really interested in that part, but I am totally happy to talk more about what I'm looking at and how I would approach the Rivals stuff. I think this looks kinda neat. I need to connect it more. I was interested. Yeah, you were one of the few people that actually asked what I'm looking at. I know Fant came in a bit later. Maybe you were there, and they asked a few questions about how exactly I'm approaching, and I'm like, there's still a lot of things that I need to do, and I'm definitely I will look at the artwork a lot more in detail now. So this is also the reason why I decided, like, I could have streamed for another 2 or 3 hours and I guess finished the study, but now that, like, so many more things are coming in, I decided I will actually not stream it any longer and continue in a separate stream, so, like, people like you who are more interested could join and see, like, the detail and the rendering process a bit closer. Patrick is messaging me that he's ready. Friday night? Yeah, I was thinking maybe doing it Friday instead of Saturday, but like, Friday I have my course as well, so I'm not too sure if I can stay that long. Patrick wants to collaborate. How does this work now? Hi?
Hi. Does it work?
I guess so.
Can you hear me? Nice.
I can hear you. I think people in chat should also be able to hear you.
Yep. Now also the same chat works, I guess.
Yeah, I just got a message that shared chat moderation is turned on.
Nice.
Nice. So we got to try this feature as well.
Yeah, it's the first time using it actually myself, so.
Yeah. Just question. Saturday is also cool. Yeah, Shahir. I will have to look into it. Like, depending how far I get. Like, I need to submit this on Friday, and if I manage to do that in time, maybe I do a stream before my session. for the Goku one, but I think Saturday is more likely. Maybe like Taylor and CK really want me to do another artwork in that style, so maybe I do it with the Vegeta. I think is what they wanted instead of Goku. What am I doing? This is not.
But do you might want to change to Discord and just mute ourselves here so we can our hotkeys for muting, miking, and whatever it works.
I think that's a good idea, actually. Yes.
Because I would just use it for the chat option.
Yeah, let's keep the chat and mute ourselves here. Let me call Patrick. Yep.
Hello.
Hi.
I think that's better.
I also think so. Discord has pretty nice call.
Yep, those are like the hotkeys work. Like if you want to mute yourself, whatever. Like in the other one, I didn't found anything.
Yeah, Discord is generally a pretty good program for calls.
And you've made some nice progress. Nice.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Ah, yeah. No? I'll do this. What are you working on?
Got feedback from Joel today.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm gonna rework the setting or the scene a little bit more. Implementing my own character a little bit more, and so it feels more like you are in between of other people joining the cult, kinda.
Okay.
So I feel like this is a lot more interesting now. And yeah, has a lot of potential. It's just a lot more work with a lot more figures, so I guess that's the only issue.
How are you? I've seen all the people in your artwork, like in the back in the building. Are you actually gonna draw those, or is that just for the one concept that you had with the close-up?
That's just for the concept, but
Okay.
on my scene that I'm working right now, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12, 13 people, kind of.
Oh yeah. I've seen some painters use Marvelous Designer to design all the clothing and stuff, and every time I see them I think, yeah, I need to learn that program. But how often would I actually use it?
Yeah, same.
I think
Not too often, actually.
how much does it cost? I don't think it's that cheap. Let me check actually. Marvelous Designer. Advanced cloth simulation. Yeah, pricing. Yeah, it's $280 per year. Like,
Well, that's a
40
little bit
emotes.
too much.
Yeah, like at that point, I'm just gonna. You got Marvelous for free, Shahir? Yeah, your Telegram channels, they have everything for free. Have you actually used Marvelous though? Do you like it? You sail the 7 seas? Yeah.
True pirate.
Honestly, by these prices these days, I can't even blame you. There used to be a time like where people Gabe Newell, the Steam and Valve CEO. Fuck. Yeah. He got laughed at because he launched Steam at the height of piracy. And he said like piracy is a service issue. People will pay if you make it like accessible.
Yep.
And he kind of solved piracy for a while, but now people are going back because everything is just too expensive. Companies.
You also have
greedy.
you also have like 10 services. Like before that it was just Netflix, and now we have Netflix, Disney and HBO, like so much going on.
Yeah. Companies are getting too greedy, so people are gonna back to piracy. You basically need to be a tailor to figure out how the clothes work. Yeah, you can do similar things with Blender, like where you make stuff and then stitch them together and everything. But this is like one aspect of Blender I have not touched yet. Let me look for a reference. Where was that? Here it is. I kind of liked some of these shapes, so I will try incorporate more detail. When I had the Xbox 360, I remember games costing $10. Yeah, games. I'm surprised they didn't ramp up the prices much sooner. They have been costing, like, the production has been getting way more expensive, but they've been costing the same for quite a long time now. And now I think we're seeing that, like, some experts are saying GTA 6 will be the first game that will cost €100 or dollars. But in all honesty, games have been costing that for a long time now. It's just that, like, for the past few years, companies just charge you extra for early access. So some people would pay the 100 just to pay a few days early without getting anything extra.
For being a beta tester.
Exactly. Get the broken version of the game a few days early, and on actual release, you have a day one patch. So, but they will probably start just making the base game cost 100. And I think everyone is waiting for one company to start, and then everyone will just do the same thing. And it might be GTA, because in my opinion, GTA is the only game which can pull it off without too much complaint. If the game actually is as good as everyone thinks it will be. I was gonna mention GTA 6, yeah. It's definitely. I'm interested. I can totally see them do that with. I mean, what was the budget? $2 billion or something, which is extreme, like crazy for a game. Like movies don't. I mean, games already cost a lot more than movies, big title games, but 2 billion is like a whole new level, and they know they will make the money back on day one. Didn't like the first the GTA 5 make a billion in the first weekend or something? Or am I wrong? I kind of like this, but you have to go now? Alright, man. See you.
Yeah, pleasure here.
Thanks for joining. Oh, I have 4 viewers. We have 6 shared viewers together.
Yeah.
This is actually interesting. You said we can have up to 6 people stream
People,
together.
yeah. Maybe that's also like for partners or whatever. I've not checked or read too much into it.
For now, it seems to work. And I can still invite people. Like I could now invite Jess to join if she wanted.
I mean, she said she was up for it, so
yeah,
maybe one day.
I talked to her the other day, like in her chat, like not this weekend but the weekend before. Told her about this feature and she said, yeah, that would be cool to try out. And it's like, for now, like it's a lot more interesting to just talk like we are, and then the stream happens in the back, and yeah, then you're just talking to yourself. And like the nature of Twitch, people are way more likely to not chat than to chat, so you have a lot more lurkers than you have watchers or like commenters or chatters or whatever.
Yeah, I'm also more like lurker usually.
Yeah, especially with art streams, I can imagine that this is quite the norm. Like artists usually just introverted and don't like to
Yeah.
be seen. So all these now 5 people that I can see, we understand. No need to comment or chat. Do I like this or do I hate it? I have no idea what this is. I hate it. Check something on Discord.
Oh, but I do have to say, now with the stream, Blender lags a little bit. Not used to it.
What lags?
Blender a little bit.
With the streaming?
With the streaming,
Yeah, for me it's a little bit more unresponsive than usual, but
yeah, I'm not sure if it's like, was it before like we shared our chat or even before?
it was for me the entire time. Like it didn't change with the call.
Okay.
It might be the stream in general, because I think streaming uses a little bit of video, like GPU power, and Blender also uses it. So I'm actually already happy with this. I could go into texturing, but first of all I need to make the UVs, which might be a death sentence if I show them on stream. I don't want that
As I said,
out there.
I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah, no. You have already seen them, so. But like for the time I had to make this, I'm super happy with how it looks. Like I don't even mind the messy UVs, because I built the entire model and textured it, and they had some nice renders in not even a week. I had like 3 days. It was a long 3 days, but I managed. Yeah, it looks pretty empty from the back. I think I need to first of all delete whatever material you have. There's all these cool sci-fi containers and like boxes which could look good as cargo, but why would this tank have cargo? It's meant to fight, or like a spatula. These are all cool, but not useful for what I'm making. I'm not sure. Do we have another session today?
Yeah, at 7.
Okay.
Kiki.
Oh yeah. Wheel. What is this? Do I have vents? Something I need just some noise, some detail here. Are these vents? Or should I make my own vents? Jeebus, are you still here? Or did you also have to leave and I missed it? He's the bird expert on my Discord server. No, but legit, like, Wallaby has chickens now. And whenever she's worried, she just tags him in chat, asks if this is normal, and he already has the answer, and he's like a pro. Which is awesome in my opinion. Like, I have
Nice.
no idea about those things, but he seems to be really into it.
I also would not have any idea.
I think most people don't. But Jeebus is like the bird whisperer. He has geese and ducks, I think. Kinda like this. Some interest to a pretty plain tank. I'm really interested to see how Substance will react to such a change to a model. Do you think it will cause any issues?
You probably need to do that one action that I've talked to you, that you might need to import it a little bit different.
With baking, then I need to check this one box or something, right?
Yeah, with the strokes. But you can try it without that. See what the message is, so when it ever comes up, you know at least what you can do.
Okay, good to know. I'm just noticing there's this huge N-gun. Despite me not caring about N-guns, I still want to minimize them wherever possible. Looks exactly the same in a random, but as I said, the kit has so many N-guns in the separate assets and meshes and whatever. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard surface, so should not be an issue.
Yeah, I guess so. Do I actually care about fixing this hole? Do I care? Where is it even? What is this? Is this not even connected? Huh. Can I delete this? I cannot. But why is it not connected anywhere? It doesn't matter. Wasting time.
By the way, are you gonna use the subdivision modifier for nice trading?
I don't have the sub. Do I have it anywhere? No, I don't. I don't really have it anywhere.
Probably on the kit. That's why I'm asking.
I applied most of the modifiers on them,
Oh,
and
okay.
sometimes I
Yeah.
deleted them because it didn't help at all. So I do have some modifiers, but they're all smooth by angle, so it's like the auto smooth thing.
Okay. Because right now, when you showed your topology, and you had like this hard edges, the light blue lines,
Yeah.
they kind of destroy the effect of having something smooth. So they have a hard edge.
Yeah, but I actually like that because here.
Okay.
Do you see my screen? Do you watch my stream?
Yeah, I have it open, yeah.
Yeah, that is just kind of interesting. I think I'm just going to do the brutal way of just... Or no, I need to do some adjustments before I can start with the UVs. I need to change the other gun as well. The other gun is way too small. Doesn't look impressive enough.
It needs more power.
Yeah, it needs a lot of stuff. It's shorter. I'm curious if I should just, instead of changing the weapon, I could adjust the entire top part of the tank. It's a little bit more work, but I think it will be worth it. So I will do the UVs. Do I do the UVs? Yeah, I'll do the UVs. The brutal way. Like, make hundreds of UDIMs. And this UDIM. I've already forgot how to do that. How do I change the color of the UDIM again?
That one I have no idea.
Maybe it doesn't even matter, but for the other ones I made them all transparent. But like this and this. I guess this. No. These parts will all be smart unwrapped, and then packed to the active island. Not active, yeah. And then I'll make another. You said there's like no real difference. Oh, hey boys, shared stream, nice. Yeah, we wanted to try that. How are you doing?
What do you mean?
You said like it doesn't matter how many UDIMs I have.
I don't think so, no. I don't think so, no.
Especially for concept. Like I can totally see it in a game. You want to use as little textures as possible, or as needed. As many as possible, as little as how is the saying? As needed or something. Yeah,
just as many as you need, I guess.
But still as much resolution and quality, I guess.
Yeah, we have the shared chat.
Yeah, we decided to
test the feature.
Yeah, we have the same chat, but we went with Discord for the audio because it's better than Twitch's audio stuff. But I guess you still have to open 2 streams if you want to watch both, or is
I mean,
there used to
there's
be
a
this
settings
website
actually.
where you can have like both streams next to each other?
No. You probably.
Maybe Jess can confirm.
It's just window too. Huh? Now I would share my complete window with you. Then you have both that on top and on the bottom, I believe.
Okay.
Oh my, this could work. I'm just gonna say yes. Let's see if I'm showing up in your stream. I have no idea how it works.
I don't think you can show up because I'm not sharing anything. I'm just wondering for the viewers if they can like see both screens at once, like your stream and my stream, and the same chat.
Yeah.
Because
For me, something is loading now.
there used to be this feature where you can do that, or like I don't know if it was from Twitch.
Yeah, on the bottom left, there's like a like Teilen beenden, Teilen starten. So share window. Maybe that's the.
Share. This will replace Patrick's screen share with yours.
Or do I share now on yours? I have no idea.
I don't see like I have this little window for the streaming together, and I just see our faces. I don't see anything. I don't think I can do anything.
Oh, on the bottom left you don't have that?
I can make a browser source in my OBS and then...
But I'm gonna send you a screenshot of how it looks for me here.
Wait. I'm going to try something. This might be boring for stream, but this would be interesting.
Send you a screenshot of how it looks for me.
Stream together. I'm adding a new browser source. Ooh. The firewall doesn't like that.
I'm dangerous.
Okay. I've added the streaming together browser source. See, I only see it looks different for me. I mean, I have it. I have a black screen.
Oh, in the bottom left you can't. Like there's the button with share. There's nothing coming up.
I have you on my screen now.
Right.
But when you start sharing screen, it's invisible.
Oh, okay, so that maybe that feature does not work.
Or we just don't know how to use it.
I'm gonna stop sharing then. Now I'm showing up.
Yeah.
You can delete me. It's fine.
I think if you had camera on, then I would see you and people could see you, and like if other people join, it would automatically like adjust, like I put all the people in there. But for screen sharing, it does not work apparently. Yeah. Anyways, at least the chat thing works, which is fine.
Yep. And how are you doing, Jess?
Yeah, Jess. Okay, so this is now... I should probably assign materials before I move on. So, body 1. This will also have body 1. This is...
I'm good, thanks. I have a TA meeting in 20 minutes, but wanted to stop by. How are you guys? So I'm doing good. A little bit
Yeah.
tired as usual, but yeah.
Same here.
Was up till 4 a.m. so.
Oh wow. I figured
Get it.
would be fun.
Sorry.
Since I have to do this work anyways. Let's do it live. And since Patrick also wanted to stream, we figured let's do it together.
Hmm. If something comes up, I can be like the live support. for Blender.
Yeah. I have a live technical support on stream. Yeah, I think this is already... It's pretty... not believable at all. Like how this ammunition go from anywhere to this turret. There's like no way. This is for Brandon's class. I think you weren't here, but you have probably seen these renders. This is what I made last week. Like this was week 1, then week 2, and this upper part, like it looked nice here, and since more stuff was rounded, but in here the shape language of the top part just doesn't work with the bottom. Like these are all like more straight and not as rounded, and some of the gun parts I don't really like, and Brandon agreed. So yesterday I did a few doodle sketches on top of the render, and Patrick also, like me, both kind of agreed that this one kind of worked the best, although I do like some of the other ones. So this is basically just the shape below, but twice a little bit smaller. So yeah, these are some of the other renders I did. So yeah, now applying all that, and I do want to make a completely different version. I agreed with Brandon that for the entire narrative and stuff. And let me go back to Pure if I can explain to you. Like these things have to fight these kind of monsters, and there's no way. Like the tank is huge compared to a regular tank, but there's no way this tank could at all like fight them. So the narrative, or like what I'm doing, this gun is like, or like this tank is like the base tank that I have maybe for smaller monsters at the beginning of whatever the game is, and then they have this one which is way too small and it will be increased. This is what the next step would be for me, making this bigger, but then this will also not be enough. So Brandon suggested, knowing Brandon this might not be a surprise, to rip this entire part off and make like, I did this earlier and it worked pretty well, so I can draw in PureRef, make like this huge gun on top, something that almost looks like a nuclear weapon, whatever, that kills these kaijus, and it's like looks a lot, at least it looks like it can fight them, unlike whatever I did. So for now I'm doing like first version, second version, and by the end of the week I should have like a huge ass tank. Like not the tank will not change as much, but the weapon, the turret on top will be, hopefully it will look like it can withstand or like fight against kaiju like weapon or like whatever. Oh, Minze is in chat, by the way. What's up?
Hey, Minze. Hey, we're doing good.
Okay, so
by the way, awesome first sketch pass or drawing that you have with your warrior from Dragon's Dogma and the big snake. Looks awesome, by the way. And welcome back, Shahir.
Oh, Shahir's back. Or Burga VD. Shahir, I gotta know why burger. I know you changed the name on Instagram as well to Burger VD. And I'm curious why burger. Is there like a reason, or do you just like burgers, or maybe like in Afrikaans it means something completely different. Thanks for the explanation. You're welcome. This is actually the third time I explained this thing on stream today, but I don't mind. That reminds me of all the things that I have to do and the feedback. So actually can reply if you want to hear it again. I'm open. So come back later and I'll do the exact same explanation again. Didn't I have something in the back here on the old version? What's my nickname from 10 years ago, and I don't want people to find my art from my real name. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So if you prefer me calling you Burger, that's cool. I'm just used to it from Discord, and your old Instagram name was also your real name, so now call me Vash. Yeah, cool. Am I pronouncing it correct, by the way? Like with people online, there's always like you read it in a certain way, and I've always, like in my head, you've always been Shahir. But I don't know if you like. I don't know what the pronunciation would be, the proper one. So if you like, I can adjust. Where are these hooks? How's your splash art coming along?
I'm doing good. I'm just preparing a Blender file that I'm just gonna send you if you need it or want it.
To who?
Just gonna explain it for you if you would like to see like
for me instead of
some.
artwork.
No, I'm just looking at the tank, and maybe there's something that you can improve to get some better smoothing, I guess, on the or edges.
Mm-hmm.
But just if you want, I don't want to, push you for anything.
I will see. Right now I can't tell because
No,
there's so
good.
much things I need to do this week. So focus right now is on efficiency and being fast, and then fixing in 2D. But if there's time, or maybe on the bigger version, because this is not even the final concept, this is just the base version, and the real concept will be the big thing. Where are these cables that I used? I should call, like, I hate how these people making kits and they actually sell them and everything, they can't name the stuff properly. They're all called part 1, part 2, part 105 and stuff. I have one kit which actually did it properly, so I can just use the search, and maybe it's that, like if I try cable, no, it doesn't appear. Shah is right. Here is pronounced here. Here? Here. Shahir. Is it Shahir? Like German here. 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 Yeah. Okay, yeah, because Afrikaans, or how you say it, is basically like Dutch. And Dutch and German is not that different. So using what I know from those, trying to make sure I'm saying it correct. Good to know. How's the weather, by the way, in South Africa? Is it still so hot you can't move around? Hot as fuck, yeah. It's crazy to me that you're in the same time zone as we are, but you have like completely different weather. For you, it's like
Oh yeah.
high summer and extremely hot, and we are just in the middle of winter, but it's not really winter. I went outside for a walk today in a hoodie because it's like 5 degrees or something. You're 1 hour ahead. For us, it's 3:52. I think I checked once, and Cape Town was the exact same time zone, but I might be wrong. Maybe other parts. Oh, it's 4. Okay. Okay, you are an hour away ahead. Interesting. Yeah, but still, like, you're basically same time zone as we are. Like, the hour day makes not a big difference, but it's still crazy to me. Like, the other people on the server, or like I know online, that have winter or whatever, or like have different climate, are in Australia or something. And then like, yeah, it's Australia, they have different time, different weather, different everything, but you're like almost as if you were European, you're always awake when you're here, and then I hear you, it's like 30 something degrees outside, and like, fuck. Keep forgetting that you're not European. Like, I don't forget, but like, it's sometimes funny to me. I'm rambling too much. 26 degrees right now. That's actually pretty nice. I would really like it if we had 26 degrees. But I'm different, I like heat. I also don't mind the cold too much. Built different. This is something I could use. What are you learning for now? I know you're like busy with uni stuff. Is it like maths? Again? I know math. You had like a lot math focus on in uni this year. And are you using the Chinese ChatGPT DeepSeek to help? Patrick, did I tell you about?
Oh yeah, he's using ChatGPT to translate everything and build his own translation thingy.
Yeah, that.
You mean that?
He did that, but he asked the Chinese ChatGPT, the DeepSeek, to make him a plan for studying and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And made a plan that's basically 12 hours of grinding and then like 1 hour break and then another 2 hours or something crazy. Like, yeah, Chinese people might like that kind of plan, but normal people will die. I saw your message, but I cannot check now.
Oh no, oh good. It's maybe for later, so.
Okay. I might check it after stream,
But
like open it and look into the detail. Is it a Blender file or? Oh no,
it's a Blender file and some screenshots too. Because it's just an explanation, and it might help you because you said like, oh, you have sometimes difficulty for the beveling, and then the topology kind of gets fucked. So yeah, that might fix it.
I'm opening on stream with PureF. Just posting a screenshot. You would not use bevel for edges here. Yeah, that's what I do basically. Okay, so I just apply subdivision and then it fixes it?
No, I have the
by subdivision
Blender file here, but yeah.
Okay, and
this one is if you go for bevels. Then if you do bevels, then I would recommend that you choose the arc version. Like the left one is a bad version, the right one is the correct version. It has had a much better flow. So if you apply subdivision surfaces later on for the edges, then it's fine. And but for edges like this, you probably would not use bevels like handmade. You bevel it not in. You just made a loop cut left and right. and use the subdivision so you have automatic smooth core area, and it's much easier later on to remove it. So
Okay.
if you get into the habit from that one, you have a super easy time from going from a high model to a low poly easily. With the other one, if you model all the bevels in, you have a lot of harder time and manual fixing.
Okay. And subdivision is done by right-clicking? Like selecting right-click subdivision, or?
No, it's the modifier
The
subdivision
modifier,
surface.
okay.
Mm.
And
I
can
usually
you do
put
that
it
to
on
certain faces
free.
as well? Like with selecting them, or do you have like vertex groups, or generally applying it to the entire model?
It's applied to everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's applied to everything.
Okay, good to know.
There's no vertex.
Good to
Okay.
know. I will check the Blender file later. Just wanted to have a quick look because it might be useful for now as well. But again, as I explained to Shahir earlier, for concept it doesn't matter. As long as it looks nice shading wise. But I still want to know, so it's good to learn those things, even if they don't matter. Most of my subjects are in math, which is torture. Tired every day. I only have 2 that are coding and 1 philosophy subject. Philosophy for computer science? Why? Like what exactly? Or is it just regular philosophy? I thought you were like specializing in computer science, so I'm confused why you guys would have philosophy. Or is it like I don't know how to word it. Like ethics of using AI or some stuff like that, I don't know. I use DeepSeek sometimes to explain things, but I get confused. It gets confused and makes my GPU go crazy. It's mining Bitcoin, I told you. That's why it's open source, man. Like, they want people to use it for free, and then it's mining Bitcoin on your PC. Making the Chinese government rich while you use the AI. For math, it's discrete. Okay, theoretical CS, computer science, I guess. Numerical methods, real analysis, linear algebra 2, calculus in higher dimensions, things I never knew existed. Man, I'm reading all these things for the first time as well. Some words like real make sense, analysis makes sense, but together I have no idea what it is. Calculus, I guess. Theoretical computer science. Or CS, I guess, is computer science. Maybe it's not. Gonna head out, but I'll see you both later. Maybe it's yeah, I'll be there for sure. See you later.
Yeah, bye Jess.
Bye.
And I will probably also stop the stream since the lagging is really bad.
Do you want to keep talking or?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna stay in the Discord if you want. Just so everyone who's watching my stream, you can check out Tomislav stream. He's also doing 3D at the moment, concept art. So means if you would like to check him out. Yeah.
I'm trying 3D. I'm trying. No, but I'm actually quite happy with the outcome so far. Means is asking you a question, I think.
Yeah. But now I stopped the stream, so if you not sure if you can still hear the answer, because now I stopped it. So not sure if the shared stream is still working, but I use the human gen add-on.
It's the same one I have?
Yep.
Like if he transitions over, I can show it on my screen. It's not a problem.
Just typed it in my chat, maybe he will read it.
Fuck.
But I might also just send him a message. Ah, okay, he's still there.
Yeah, this works. This is not ideal, but it's not bad.
Ah, now it means it's here in chat.
Hi Minta, welcome. If you want, I can show you the the add-on Patrick was talking about. I think it would be smart to hide this tank because it will be in the way, and with the amount of polygons it has, it's probably not as. But yeah, what
But yeah,
Patrick
pretty much
uses,
it's
yeah,
pretty much just the add-on that you get. Please click one button, the human will get created, and later on you can also put clothes on him, hairstyle, whatever. And in the later, I think in the first, almost the last stage, there's like a rigify option. You just press it, and then you have like a full complete rig with all the
here
emotions and whatever. Yeah.
generating new human. There he is. And then it's basically like a character creator in any game. You can like adjust how muscular or minus muscular, I don't know what that should be. Like overweight or skinny, and then the length of each limb or the age, which affects, I think, only the face. Oh no, the fat starts to sag more. I didn't know that. But nice. Yeah, face, you can change so many things. Like it's a very in-depth character creator. In like some games have the height of the character, and it's nice. It distributes the fat equally. Like if it make it smaller, it looks a lot chubbier, and if it's taller, like the limbs actually stretch accordingly. You can change the skin. Like either you pick one of these or you make your own. Like you can adjust the freckles, the hair. Like there's so many hairstyles. Like let's take, I don't know, curly afro, since it's kind of in the middle. Clothing, there's a bunch of clothing in there already, and with all these things you can basically import your own. Like you can add your own clothing, your own hair. Let's have him running. But these poses are also like, it's just a library. You could also go to Rigify and it generates a super detailed rig. And you can, yeah, use that instead.
The next option is like the emotions, expressions. And there you can also like add it to Rigify, and then
yeah, you could like have, you can make a face rig as well, but like, yeah, I don't think these emotions are that good. Some of them work, I guess this one isn't that bad, but like the happy one, oh, it works actually. Last time I used it, it looked very weird, but maybe I was just messing too much with the sliders and it breaks something. If I go to rendered view, it's all textured as well. But my lighting is kind of shit. Because, yeah, here you can see it better. And you can still, I think even after the rig is generated, you can go back and like make it stylized, and then you have like a weird stylized character. Can you go minus stylized? What the fuck? Yeah. It's a really cool add-on that I like to use as well. It was part of this one bundle. I think you, Patrick, showed me the bundle, but you didn't know it was part of the bundle. Right?
That was pretty much like there was so much in there. I just
it was a huge,
got it for different.
It was a huge bundle, and I one day was bored and went through every single add-on, see if I really need it or if I can, like if I should download it, install it, or if I should just forget about it. And the human, how much was it actually? The price without the bundle?
€38.
Yeah, the bundle was a bit below 40,000
something.
Yeah, but the human add-on as alone was like 200 something. So that alone was well worth the money. I'll just to make a new UDIM. like these. This I should have mirrored it, but I don't care now. I just want to start with the actual concept and unwrap. Active Udemy, yes. It will all show up pink.
Pink tank.
Yeah, I need to. Oh, it actually. Oh no, it's not the same one. Yep, I need to assign all the materials I made. That way I can just, in Substance, it's automatically correct. Do I want this? I think I do want this to be different. These can all be metal. I wish these materials would still work. Being like them having this pink color, I really don't know what they will look like. I guess I can reference my concept art below. But that's
Kind of strange that reloading is not working.
I will try it again, but I need to. Let's make it metal silver, whatever that was, and these rings will just be plastic. Oh, welcome back, Shahir. Let's make it plastic, black. Assign. I think everything is now textured, and let's go to the shading tab. Reloaded images, but nothing happened. They're all still pink. They are.
There's also like if you go to files on top left.
You know what happened? I think I made a new Blender file for this week, and it's in the week 4 folder, and the textures are still in the week 3 folder.
That's maybe, but you can try out if you go to file, top left.
Yeah.
The whole Blender file, then to external data.
Yeah.
And then report
missing
find
file.
missing file. Find missing
file.
files. The last one.
Yeah, and
Now
now
it
if I go to texture,
should look. Then it should automatically re-import
Blender is lagging
usually.
now.
But it's something doing on the top left triangles, but something was there.
Yeah. Oh.
Looks good.
Yeah, only the new parts are not there.
So that fixed it.
Oh, there's a car in my HDRI. This is the first time I'm moving the camera this way, I guess. There's like a BMW. Cool.
Live support.
I'm getting a message. I need to reply to this, but I think I will now make the second gun bigger, this one, and then go to texturing. But it's, yeah, thank you by the way for telling me this feature, because what I would have done, because I have not known that this is... I know about the external data, but I've never used the find missing files one. I only use the packing and unpacking resources. It's actually a good thing to know. But what I would have done, I would be going to shading and trying to find it in here somewhere, if I can like relink all the files. And I would have not found it there.
Would have taken ages.
Yeah, now I will join all this. Active mesh, yeah. Duplicate it and move it away, because now separate by loose parts. I hope this is a good idea. I did that once with the tires, and like there are so many tiny parts that I had like millions of pieces in my scene. But with this it should not be a problem, I think. Although it is a problem, I need to reconnect all these parts. All these tiny screws, they're all separate parts. Fuck. Let's like this. Hide.
Since it's basic, do you know the... Is it backslash? Or a forward slash? If you would press that, then it... So I guess it's 7 for your keyboard. Maybe it will just hide everything and you focus on that one. So you'd have just that in your view.
It hides everything. But I'm...
Oh, even if you have that one selected.
Oops, no, wrong button. Yeah, it hides it all.
Oh. Okay. So I have no idea what's the default blender.
Already, like this gun had like millions of small pieces, and now it's all one. I only wanted to merge this. The other stuff I don't care about. I need this to be changed. And what I'm doing is making it super big. Yeah, now it looks like an upgrade. Maybe a little bit too big, considering that I will have a bigger version than this even. Shahir, if you're still here, have you done any sculpting since that one guy you shared, which looked amazing? That's why I'm asking. Yeah, the textures still look awesome on it. I just need more detail on it now that it's huge. It looks bad, but it works. I think I can also remove the smaller gun completely.
So you're doing now full 3D instead of 2D? Show you?
Shahir has always been a guy who's doing everything.
Programming 3D, learning languages, everything.
I completely feel like I love to switch it up myself, like paint acrylics, paint digitally, paint watercolor, then do 3D, then do sculpting, then do a little bit of Unreal Engine, then do this, then that. Like I completely feel like it's hard to be good at all of them. Yeah, now I'm wondering. This will probably have to be. It doesn't have any materials. What I'm doing. 85% 2D, 15% 3D. I've been cursed with finding everything interesting. Yeah, man, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, one day I will just feel like I want to do something with watercolor, and then I'm spending the next weekend just painting watercolor instead of doing what I should actually be focusing on. It can also be awesome. Like if I didn't find stuff interesting, I wouldn't be doing 3D. I would not care about it, and many of the artworks I've done since would not be possible with the old. Like if I never took the time to learn it. Where do I connect this? I need to remind myself that this concept is meant to be painted over, and that all details matter. But all these cables and details are much nicer to paint over if they're already there in 3D. And if I have like 20 renders, or like at least I had 5 earlier, if I have 5 renders and I need to paint all the details again on every single one of them, then I'll be happy that I did them. Yeah, not this one. I still need to go flying too, but way too expensive. Man, to me it's still so crazy that you actually have a pilot's license and everything. It's just like a regular thing. You are able to just, I guess, rent an airplane or get it. Like some people would go rent a car, you could just rent an airplane and just disappear and fly wherever you want.
Shahir is probably doing smuggling too.
Yeah.
Doing all the crazy mafia stuff.
You know, if he's already pirating games, you never know what other criminal stuff he's doing.
Pablo Shahir, Escobar.
No, my secret is leaked now, yeah. We know, man.
Can't trust us. It's just between us.
Yeah, this is not live or something. And the video will not be saved. I checked, by the way, it's 14 days, the setting that I have on.
But they keep the videos? Okay.
Yeah.
For me it was like 7 days, but yeah.
I don't know. I didn't change it. I just checked what it was. And at least now it's set to that. See, this is now a part where I can just put on subdivision surface. And why doesn't it loop select at all? Weird. What is it? Shift E? Yeah.
Or to make a grease, yeah. I have a different button for add-on, so but for these ones I can't really help you
See,
since
this is why
everything
I
is
don't want
customized.
add-ons, because I will forget how to do things there. Wait, why am I doing this? I should not crease that. I want a curve there. What? Oh. Yeah, here I have a artifact. Does it look better or worse? I'm so dumb. I would say it looks better. I will also probably stream for like half an hour or so, because before our session I need to actually eat something. Does this look better? I don't like how curved it is, but if I make all the edges sharp, it just looks like this again. So and I might shear, not shear, but shear. And what? Oh, I need to select first, like this. Do you use that feature at all?
What feature?
Shear. Like
That one, no.
Why is this
Nope.
edge not?
That one I'm not using.
I sometimes like it to make shapes more interesting, especially if you want like a bit more stylized stuff. It helps to like make things a little bit more crookeder. I don't know. It's just this one polygon, or like this entire edge. No, just this one dumb polygon. Why? Oh, wrong axis. Oh, I could make this more interesting by doing this. And if I then auto smooth, probably want it like this because we have the same kind of shape language, like the same faces in this part. So this is actually a good thing. I could have done this for here too. Didn't think of this sooner. Doesn't look as nice, but it works. Shahir, since you mentioned the flying, does your license run out or something? Like you mentioned it a few times, but I keep forgetting. You told me that you have to like pay quite a bit of money to renew it all the time, right? Which I guess for pilots it makes sense. Like you cannot just make your license and then not fly for like I don't know how long, and then just come back become a pilot without all the practice, I guess. And I remember you mentioning that you need some amount of hours flying or miles or whatever. How does that work? Maybe the big one could have. No, don't like it. Actually, I know I keep asking you the same question, but now that you mentioned it, I realized I completely forgot again. So I apologize for bothering you with the same question over and over again. But to me, it's just so fascinating that you actually have pilot's license and stuff. But you're like, didn't you do that pilot license in school? Which is completely crazy to me. That you guys can just, like at that age, decide to just make a pilot's license. Our schools only offer boring stuff. Either he's writing a huge text or he's gone.
We found out his secret. He needs to hide. FBI, open
He's
up.
hiding his stash.
Pretty much.
I don't like this. It doesn't fit with the rest. Back. Had to secure the goods to the plane. So he was actually hiding his stash. I don't know if he heard us talking about it. Have you heard the question I asked you? Or you have to log off? Okay. I just asked you a question directed at you. Just wanted to know how that worked. But if you have to go, it's fine. I'm just curious, like with renewing the pilot's license, what the requirements were. And I know it was super expensive and stuff. And I also said it's crazy to me that you guys get to pick, like, making a pilot's license at school, while you're at school. Is this actually a cool shape? It's just some pens. Aluminium rails. I hate Nightbot. I should
I don't know what's going on with Nightbot.
Hmm?
What's going on with
He's
Nightbot?
spamming the same messages over. Like, I know it's probably set to like half an hour, but yeah, that's all like 6 years ago when I used to stream. From back then, like I didn't do anything with him, and the last stream he almost banned Taylor. I asked Taylor to spam some emotes to test something, and Nightbots keep deleting him and warning him that he will be banned. Even though I asked him to do it. So I managed to turn that off, but I need to look into Nightbot a little bit more and see what else is set. I don't want
It's a nice trick to ban people.
Yeah. Can you just spam a little bit? No. Guess Nightbot can be useful, but I don't think I really need it. I don't really mind it, I just don't know if he's annoying people in chat with all the... I guess it's just advertisements. Like whatever you want to call it. shear. Okay. Oh. Only at my specific school. They gave a theory lesson at a cheaper cost. Had to go to a flying school on weekends to do the flying. Yeah, that's still amazing to me. How old were you when you did that? Like, you're not that old right now, so you could have been like, I don't know, like a teenager, and you had like a pilot's license, which is like crazy. But maybe it's like completely normal for you guys. So. I was 17 when I started flying, 18 when I finished. Yeah, that's like, over here you're that age when you like make your car like a driver's license for a car, and you guys are just flying planes. This is like fascinating.
Yeah, we
stuff.
actually have like our driver's license for riding a bike.
Yeah, that's actually a thing, yeah. Ooh. Minze, thank you for following. See you.
Yeah, but I mean, so thank you for coming into the stream.
Bye. Okay, I need to read the rest. For renewing, every 2 years I must do a 3-hour flying test, and 3 hours straight flying. Is that just in a circle, or do you actually fly across Africa? And like in my head, as an European, I imagine you like in Flight Simulator, the trailer where you fly across giraffes and elephants, and it's probably not that, I know, but you know, it's crazy.
Probably more like GTA, I guess, San Andreas, where you kind of do
Where you
loopings.
flies under a bridge and stuff.
Yeah, kind of like that, I guess.
1 hour test where the guy asking questions, but since I didn't renew it in October, I need to do few lessons with the instructor till they say I'm ready. Okay. It's more expensive now, and the reason I didn't renew it was because I was busy with exams and I kind of regret it. Honestly, if you're not flying that often, I understand. Like, yeah, it's just a pain to renew those things. Here in Austria, Patrick, probably, I don't know, like the driver's license, they also have a like an expiry date, but you just go there and apply for a new one. And
I actually don't know.
mine, like, that's what I wanted to say, I don't have that. When I did mine, they didn't have that yet, but my girlfriend, her license was like half a year later than mine, and she has an expiry date on it. Like in a few years, she has to go there and apply for a new driver's license. It's not like you
Let me check real quick.
you don't need to do tests or driving or whatever, but you still have to go there and file some papers and say you want to apply. What else have you run? It's more expensive, yeah. 17, yeah. No, it's not normal. My parents pushed me hard. Honestly, having being pilot as a plan B sounds amazing to me. Like, I know it's probably like there's like, how do you say it? How's it called? Why my brain is not working? It can probably be a bit of shitty job, but it's probably better paid than many other jobs. It depends on the airline, I guess. But it sounds like a kind of fun job. You get to see a lot of the world. Flying test is actually 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Okay, you fly to training airspace. Okay, there's like an airspace just for learning. Like there's no real planes there and like military or whatever, it's just like empty airspace. Which I guess there's plenty of in the world, but I don't know, actually. Is that like over the sea somewhere or like desert or like over a city? Where would you train flying? Like in worst case, it has to be a safe area, I guess. But there's, I guess, also not much you can do wrong in an airplane. Like landing and starting is probably the hardest part, and then like it's super chill. Probably, I imagine landing to be quite the difficult thing from all of those things.
So I just checked, and I probably also got lucky because I have no
Okay,
expiring date.
nice. So better not lose your license.
Yeah.
My cousin, his driver's license broke in half not too long ago, and he was pissed that they now has an expiry date.
Yeah, I will not lose mine because I'm not even driving, so should be good.
You never know.
Yeah, I might win a Lamborghini or something. So,
Yeah, then you might drive more.
like, I can't buy gas. It's too expensive.
It's over land, but it's designed as a danger area because there are still. Okay. So yeah, so you could crash land somewhere in desert or something. Well, not desert, but like it's Africa, so it would be like savanna, like grassy area, plains or something. But yeah, to me, it's still like I've talked to you so many times about it, and it never gets old. Kind of like it's always super interesting to me that you can just sit in the plane if you wanted and just fly off. Just if you ever get annoyed by this world, you just sit down and goodbye. Can go to Antarctica or somewhere where nobody lives and chill. But I guess they could, if you borrow a plane, they would probably be able to track it somehow, I imagine. Don't think it's that easy to just run away with a plane. Kinda like the idea of having this gas tank or something on this gun. On the bigger one. Maybe like a big tank on the side. Instead of the other gun. Oh, like, yeah, in this direction.
Yeah, so he is always turning off the black box. No evidence.
Can you actually do that? Here?
Probably yes, but it's illegal.
And is it actually a black box or is it just white or something? At one point I want to upgrade to a commercial license so I can have that. Yeah, that would be nice, I guess. So you can just apply it an airline and fly people. But I imagine like it really depends on the airline how good the job is. If it's like a cheap, shitty airline, I can't imagine that the pilots have a good pay. But maybe I'm wrong. Where is my mirror? Doesn't matter. Turn off the transponder, then they can't find you. I think legal reasons. This is a joke. Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't even own a plane, so you would never do something like that.
Everything is just a joke here.
But it's fun that you guys learn that stuff in school. If you ever need to hide from the government, turn this off. these parts, I don't know why, are not turned in the right direction. They're all twisted in very weird shapes.
Hmm.
Not all, but many of them are just twisted very weirdly. I don't know if it helps if I go into the Blender file where they're all from and turn them around in there. Maybe it updates in the asset list, in the asset browser.
Yep, you just need to refresh as asset then.
Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. But and some of them
You can also rename it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's something I should probably also do. I think I can.
I mean, you can also reorganize it, so
Yeah,
depends on what you actually need done.
but I need to. Not this. One day, but you know, after I finish this, I will not touch it that soon, and then I will forget. And the next time I do use it, I'll be mad that I didn't do it yet.
Probably, yeah.
It's always the same. Yeah, I think. I mean, you're watching, and Shahir, maybe you can also give your feedback. Like this gun and this gun, they do look different enough, but still like it looks like an evolution of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I will probably
Looks good.
add a few more details on the gun itself. Remove the decal that's on here. I think there is like a warning sign or something, like one of the substance. Oh no, there's nothing here, so I could use this place because it looks quite empty. And the emission didn't work from substance, by the way.
Okay.
It gives like there is an emissive map that's exported, but it's completely black. But what I have done, I have just set the material to 1, to the emissive, like
Okay.
with a value on, like, since it's just that material for the light, it really doesn't matter.
Have you exported with the Blender settings?
I don't know, to be honest. I just exported.
Okay.
I will try. Like, sometimes I really like having asymmetry, but for this thing it might be cool to have. Let's mirror it around the gun. Yeah, no, I shouldn't. I should mirror it around. Where is my mirror? I have an empty in the scene which is just called mirror. I kinda like having two. Oh, you worked a few more things. I don't think the plane I fly has a black box. Okay. To work for airline, you need airline transport license. 15 hours and 7 exams. Damn. A commercial license is 200 hours. What's the difference between... like, if you're transporting people, isn't that a commercial license, or do you need to have like this transport license for like working in an airline? Like, where's the difference? I thought if you're like commercial license, or is a commercial license the kind of license that how's it called, that transports other stuff like packages from Temu or whatever? I have 75 hours or so. Okay, that's still a lot. I think make the gun bigger, way bigger. Yeah, but I will have another gun which is like even more of an upgrade. So
Make it bigger.
I don't want them, like, it's already like 3 or 4 times the size, but the new one will like completely change the entire thing. So I want like
She
3
is probably-
upgrades. Like this is the first one, then they upgraded once, and then they made like this completely mutant weapon. I don't know. What did you want to
She
say?
is talking about your Discord channel. That's for not for only adults. Like make them bigger. That's the standard.
CK style. I have so many materials again. I need to remove all of them. Could make this plastic. And this. See the tray here is writing, but I'm now looking for materials, so give me 1 second. Dark. This will be rubber. Fuck. Why? Oh no. Could be red pipes, like red. Would red look cool on this? Maybe. I'll keep it black though, because there will be yellow and I don't want to distract from that. Did I miss something? No, that's entirely. Is there something else? Okay, so let me read now. The muzzle. You mean the front part? This thing? Let's try by C. Like this? I kinda like it. Auto smooth. Does this show up, the shaded part? Shouldn't if it's emissive, but you never know with Blender. No, you don't see it, so I don't care. An airline pilot is a commercial pilot who specifically works for an airline, typically flying larger passenger aircrafts on scheduled routes, while a commercial pilot can fly a variety of small aircrafts for different purposes like charter flights, aerial photography, or crop dusting. Oh yeah, crop dusting, like I think in Africa that's a lot bigger. I don't think in Europe many people use airplanes for such things. Maybe they do, but maybe like in Spain where you have like less mountains. Maybe not be employed by an airline directly. Airline pilots generally require more extensive training and experience than commercial pilots in general. Got it. Okay. I think I will just do a little bit more work and would call it done for today. I do think maybe I will stream. I will do the texturing off stream, but I am kind of thinking about streaming the process for the bigger version, like where I cut all this, like remove all this and make like this mutated giant ass weapon, because that's something where I'm actually not sure what to do, and maybe some feedback would be fun. Be useful for sure. What is this?
Oh, someone is calling.
What? Oh, you. Someone's calling you, yes. I I thought on Discord. Yeah, no, this maybe sheer. Fuck. Then it's no longer around. I have an idea. You know how on warplanes there are always pin-up girls painted on there? You should put an anime girl somewhere on it. You know what? I think that's amazing idea for like an alternate version.
Sorry, Impact.
Patrick, what do you think of Shahir's idea?
You know, on warplanes there are always pin-up girls painted on there. You should put an anime girl somewhere in the tank. I mean, why not?
I
You
think
can make
I
a
could.
gamer subs ad.
Oh yeah, I could sell him this model. They did actually ask me to do some 3D modeling for them, but
See?
I told him I'm interested, but the guy who asked me was not in charge of such decisions, so I guess they told him that was not needed. Yeah, this just doesn't work the way I want it. Maybe this, what is this, a tank? I like that idea of having like an anime. Like, I would make a... Is there a cyberpunk tank like this? Like, I would retexture it and have it like with graffiti on it, spray painted in different parts, like neon colors, maybe Hatsune Miku or some other anime character somewhere on it. It would be super. Like the gamer version, like as if it was a separate skin in game, you know. I already have. I don't only have the concept. I have already skins for the concept, for the first update, for the first battle pass that comes out or whatever. Actually, I like the idea. I might, if I have time until Friday, I might do that. First of all, I need to make all the proper versions, but I think it would be fun to present my mentor anime version with like as a skin. I think he'd enjoy it. I think.
Brand's gonna be happy.
Bye guys, enjoying the stream, but the house is hot as fuck. I'm melting. Thank you for joining Shahir. I am probably also gonna quit in like 5 minutes or so. I just want this small detail on the side of the tank. And I'm gonna wrap up for today.
Bye, Shahir.
Thank you for joining. It was really fun to hang out, man. So maybe next time again, or we hear each other or see each other on Discord. Thanks for joining. What is this? What? A trash bin or something? A container? I even have that in the kit. It looks actually quite nice. Is it textured? Don't think so. No, it's just white. Oh, this is actually... Maybe pipes. But the opening is too small. Or it connects there. But then the warning labels are not visible. This needs to what? Jess just wrote in Slack the animated thing I made. She wants it to be a emote on Slack.
Nice. Ja, wohl lustig. Dann Guinea Pig.
I'm stuck with what to do. Probably should just do some random piece at the side like this and call it finished. So this is option, this is an option. Yeah, let's just forward. What is this music? I have some 80s music in my head, in my headphones for stream. Just turn on some cinematic. I wanted some war music or something that fits a tank, but all I'm getting is like 80s movies, like Rocky and I don't know, action movies. Where is the...
Ansonsten wäre es ja nur Hans Zimmer, glaube ich, oder?
Mhm. Nope. This isn't it. So many parts, but none that fit. Or that I like. I could just... Individual worded. Individual organs. No. That's not there. What the fuck is happening?
Something with Blender.
I wanted to have these sides inset, but they're rotating for some reason. Now it works. Just had to... I probably pressed some weird button. Or... yeah, doesn't matter, it works. Maybe this is detailed enough. Can't have too many details because then it will be too noisy in one area. Yeah, but for now it's... I'm happy for today. I think the stream is also over for now. We have 2 viewers.
Me and you.
Oh yeah.